Are you an anthropology enthusiast or a UGC net aspirant aiming for success? You've landed in the right place. Welcome to ANTHRONet Academy. At ANTHRONet Academy, we specialize in simplifying anthropology concepts, tackling tricky MCQs, and guiding you through comprehensive preparation strategies for UGC net and beyond. With engaging content, insightful lessons, and a community of dedicated learners, we're here to make your journey not just easier but exciting. Subscribe now and take the first step toward mastering anthropology and achieving your academic goals. Multiple choice questions related to biological evolution helpful for examination point of view. Question 1. What does the Red Queen hypothesis suggest about evolution? A. Evolution occurs in a unidirectional manner. B. Organisms must constantly adapt to survive against evolving challenges. C. Natural selection is the sole driver of evolution. D. Speciation happens only in stable environments. Answer: B. Organisms must constantly adapt to survive against evolving challenges. Explanation: the Red Queen hypothesis, named after a character in Alice in Wonderland, suggests that species must continuously evolve to keep up with co-evolving species, like predators and parasites, to maintain survival. 2. Which of the following fossil discoveries is considered the earliest evidence of bipedalism? A. Australopithecus afarensis. B. Sahelanthropus cadensis. C. Homo habilis. D. Ardipithecus ramidus. Answer: B. Sahelanthropus cadensis. Explanation: Sahelanthropus cadensis, approximate 7 million years ago, is one of the earliest known hominins. The orientation of its foramen magnum, the hole in the skull through which the spinal cord passes, suggests an upright posture, indicative of bipedalism. This predates Australopithecus afarensis and Ardipithecus ramidus, which also show traits of bipedal locomotion but are relatively more recent. Question 3. What genetic mutation is primarily responsible for the evolution of lactose tolerance in humans? A. PX6 gene mutation. B. LCT gene persistence. C. FOXP2 gene evolution. D. MYH16 gene deletion. Answer: B. LCT gene persistence. Explanation: the LCT, lactase, gene allows for the digestion of lactose, the sugar in milk. In most mammals, the gene is turned off after weaning. However, in humans, mutations near the LCT gene enable its continued expression into adulthood, a trait known as lactase persistence. This evolved in populations that practiced dairy farming. Question 4. Which of the following is not a feature that differentiates the genus Homo from earlier hominins? A. Increased brain size. B. Use of complex tools. C. Development of opposable thumbs. D. Reduction in tooth and jaw size. Answer: C. Development of opposable thumbs. Explanation: opposable thumbs evolved much earlier, seen in species like Australopithecus afarensis. What sets Homo apart are traits like larger brain size, reliance on sophisticated tools, and reduced tooth and jaw size due to dietary changes in cooking. Question 5. Which theory of human evolution posits that Homo sapiens evolved in multiple regions simultaneously with gene flow between populations? A. Out of Africa theory. B. Multi-regional continuity model. C. Assimilation model. D. Punctuated equilibrium. Answer: B. Multi-regional continuity model. Explanation: the multi-regional continuity model suggests that modern humans evolved simultaneously in different regions from local populations of earlier hominins, e.g., Homo erectus, with gene flow between groups. This contrasts with the Out of Africa theory, which posits a single origin for modern humans in Africa. Question 6. The FOXP2 gene is most closely associated with which evolutionary development in humans? A. Manual dexterity. B. Language and speech. C. Bipedal locomotion. D. Enhanced visual perception. Answer: B. Language and speech. Explanation. The FOXP2 gene is crucial for the neural and physical structures involved in speech and language. Mutations in this gene can impair these functions, highlighting its evolutionary role in enabling complex communication in humans. Question 7. Who is known as the father of evolution? A. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. B. Alfred Russel Wallace. C. Charles Darwin. D. Gregor Mendel. Answer: C. Charles Darwin. Explanation. Charles Darwin is considered the father of evolution for his theory of natural selection, which he detailed in On the Origin of Species, 1859. His work laid the foundation for modern evolutionary biology. Question 8. The theory of inheritance of acquired characteristics was proposed by A. Alfred Russel Wallace. B. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. C. Charles Darwin. D. Thomas Malthus. Answer: B. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Explanation. Lamarck proposed that organisms could pass on traits they acquired during their lifetime to their offspring, e.g., giraffes' long necks from stretching to reach leaves. This theory has been discredited in favor of genetic inheritance. Question 9. Which of the following is not a mechanism of evolution? A. Genetic drift. B. Mutation. C. Natural selection. D. Teleology. Answer: D. Teleology. Explanation. Teleology refers to the explanation of phenomena by their purpose rather than by causes. It is not a mechanism of evolution, as evolutionary processes like mutation, genetic drift, and natural selection operate without a predetermined purpose. Question 10. The term survival of the fittest was coined by A. Charles Darwin. B. Alfred Russel Wallace. C. Herbert Spencer. D. Ernst Mayr. Answer: C. Herbert Spencer. Explanation. Herbert Spencer coined the phrase survival of the fittest, which was later adopted by Darwin in the 5th edition of On the Origin of Species. It refers to the natural selection process where the best adapted individuals survive and reproduce. Question 11. Which scientist independently conceived the theory of evolution by natural selection alongside Charles Darwin? A. Ernst Haeckel. B. Gregor Mendel. C. Alfred Russel Wallace. D. Thomas Huxley. Answer: C. Alfred Russel Wallace. Explanation. Alfred Russel Wallace independently developed the theory of natural selection and sent his manuscript to Darwin in 1858. This spurred Darwin to publish his own work on evolution. Question 12. The concept of punctuated equilibrium challenges the idea of A. Gradualism. B. Natural selection. C. Genetic drift. D. Mutation. Answer: A. Gradualism. Explanation. Punctuated equilibrium, proposed by Stephen Jay Gould and Niles Eldridge, suggests that evolution occurs in rapid bursts of change, followed by long periods of stasis, challenging the traditional view of slow, continuous evolution, gradualism. Question 13. Descent with modification implies A. Evolution occurs without changes in DNA. B. All species are unrelated. C. Organisms pass on traits with variations to their offspring. D. There is no common ancestor for species. Answer: C. Organisms pass on traits with variations to their Explanation: descent with modification, a phrase used by Darwin, indicates that species arise from common ancestors with inherited modifications over generations, leading to diversity. Question 14. The Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium principle predicts: A. Evolution occurs in all populations. B. Allele frequencies in a population remain constant under certain conditions. C. Mutations are the primary cause of evolution. D. All populations will evolve at the same rate. Answer: B. Allele frequencies in a population remain constant under certain conditions. Explanation: the Hardy-Weinberg principle states that in the absence of evolutionary forces, mutation, selection, drift, migration, allele and genotype frequencies in a population will remain stable from generation to generation. Question 15. The modern synthesis of evolutionary theory combines Darwin's ideas with: A. Physics. B. Genetics. C. Ecology. D. Paleontology. Answer: B. Genetics. Explanation: the modern synthesis, developed in the early 20th century, integrates Darwin's theory of natural selection with Mendelian genetics, forming the basis for our current understanding of evolution. Question 16. The primary unit of evolution is: A. The individual. B. The species. C. The gene. D. The population. Answer: D. The population. Explanation: evolution occurs at the population level, as changes in allele frequencies over generations result from evolutionary processes like natural selection, mutation, and genetic drift. Question 17. Which of the following is an example of convergent evolution? A. Wings of birds and bats. B. Flippers of whales and fins of fish. C. Forelimbs of humans and wings of bats. D. Hind limbs of amphibians and reptiles. Answer: A. Wings of birds and bats. Explanation: convergent evolution occurs when unrelated species evolve similar traits independently due to similar environmental pressures. Wings of birds and bats serve the same function but evolved separately. Question 18. Which of the following best describes genetic drift? A. Random changes in allele frequencies within small populations. B. Non-random survival and reproduction. C. The introduction of new alleles via mutations. D. Adaptation of organisms to environmental conditions. Answer: A. Random changes in allele frequencies within small populations. Explanation: genetic drift refers to random changes in allele frequencies, especially significant in small populations, leading to loss of genetic variation over time. Question 19. The fossil record showing long periods of stasis interrupted by brief, rapid changes supports: A. Gradualism. B. Punctuated equilibrium. C. Catastrophism. D. Adaptive radiation. Answer: B. Punctuated equilibrium. Explanation: punctuated equilibrium suggests that species experience long periods of stability, with significant evolutionary changes occurring rapidly, often associated with environmental shifts or isolated populations. Question 20. Adaptive radiation is most likely to occur in which scenario? A. A species encounters a stable environment. B. A species colonizes a new environment with diverse ecological niches. C. A species faces strong selective pressure in its original environment. D. A population undergoes genetic bottleneck. Answer: B. A species colonizes a new environment with diverse ecological niches. Explanation: adaptive radiation occurs when a single species diversifies rapidly to exploit various ecological niches, such as Darwin's finches on the Galapagos Islands. Question 21. Which evolutionary force increases genetic variation within a population? A. Natural selection. B. Genetic drift. C. Mutation. D. Inbreeding. Answer: C. Mutation. Explanation: mutations introduce new alleles into a population, thereby increasing genetic variation. Other forces, like genetic drift and inbreeding, typically reduce variation. Question 22. The concept of neutral evolution is central to which evolutionary theory? A. Natural selection. B. Genetic drift. C. Mutationist theory. D. Neutral theory of molecular evolution. Answer: D. Neutral theory of molecular evolution. Explanation: proposed by Matu Kimura, this theory states that most evolutionary changes at the molecular level are due to random fixation of neutral mutations, rather than adaptive selection. Question 23. Which type of speciation occurs when a population becomes geographically isolated? A. Sympatric speciation. B. Allopatric speciation. C. Parapatric speciation. D. Peripatric speciation. Answer: B. Allopatric speciation. Explanation: allopatric speciation occurs when geographical barriers divide a population, preventing gene flow and leading to the formation of new species over time. Question 24. What is exaptation in evolutionary biology? A. A structure evolving for one function and later adapted for another. B. The loss of a trait due to disuse. C. Evolutionary adaptation occurring at an exceptionally rapid pace. D. Adaptation solely due to artificial selection. Answer: A. A structure evolving for one function and later adapted for another. Explanation: exaptation refers to traits that initially evolved for one purpose but were later co-opted for another function, such as feathers initially for insulation but later used for flight. Question 25. The molecular clock hypothesis is based on A. The regularity of mutation rates over time. B. Changes in allele frequencies due to natural selection. C. Differences in population sizes. D. Adaptive changes in DNA sequences. Answer: A. The regularity of mutation rates over time. Explanation: the molecular clock hypothesis suggests that mutations accumulate at a relatively constant rate, allowing estimation of divergence times between species based on genetic differences. Question 26. In the evolutionary context, founder effect refers to A. The increased survival of dominant alleles in a population. B. A significant reduction in genetic diversity due to a small founding population. C. Adaptation of a species to a newly colonized habitat. D. The origin of new species through hybridization. Answer: B. A significant reduction in genetic diversity due to a small founding population. Explanation: the founder effect occurs when a small group of individuals establishes a new population, leading to reduced genetic variation compared to the original population. Question 27. Haldane's rule in hybrid sterility states that A. Hybrid sterility occurs more frequently in the homogametic sex. B. Hybrid sterility occurs more frequently in the heterogametic sex. C. Hybrid vigor leads to enhanced survival. D. Hybrid sterility is caused by incomplete dominance. Answer: B. Hybrid sterility occurs more frequently in the heterogametic sex. Explanation: Haldane's rule states that if sterility or inviability occurs in a hybrid, it is more likely to affect the heterogametic sex, e.g., males in XY systems like mammals. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your time and support. Subscribe to ANTHRONET Academy for more engaging content on anthropology. Please like, share, and comment on this video to help us grow. Stay connected. We're here to support your UGC NET exam journey to success.